What up?
What up, Samer?
Hey. Have a good day, Falcone. You want to be like me when you grow up? This big beard? Well, I'm gonna grow up to be like you one day. Oh, thank you. Take care. So, welcome to episode 2 of Car Wash Conversations.
Thanks for having us, buddy.
No worries. In the car, endless editions. We got PJ, Paul John, and Anthony.
What's up? What's up?
So, yeah, basically in 2016, there's this new law where it's for insurance reasons. You can't sit in the car wash because they're worried someone's gonna like die.
Open it up.
Yeah. So.
Did you see that clip of that kid?
Yeah, that was amazing. I want to do that.
We got to go to Florida, bro.
Wait, what happened?
Well, they actually have those all over.
When autoplay on YouTube came up after Samer's car wash conversations episode 1, it was like Joey and Randy go to the car wash, and then this guy's like, look at all those lights, buddy. Which are we gonna do?
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna do the $10 one.
It's so crazy. It was so crazy.
He's like, we're gonna come back later.
But I was trying to do an episode in LA, and I might have went to 12 car washes and
crap.
called even more, and all of them were like, no, we can't let you for insurance reasons. So I was like curious, and I started calling around a whole bunch of Jersey ones because Yeah, go ahead.
You never know.
I don't want to run you
Well, there
over.
was that moment in episode 1 where you
had to back
the
out.
guy's like, oh, you got to get out.
No, I know,
like,
but then the
let
other
you in,
guy,
though.
was like, oh fuck it, just let him in, because it was like after Christmas, right before the New Year, and everyone just didn't care at that point. But these guys, they love me, so I talked to the general manager and his son, and they kind of run the ship over there. So I just make sure I check in with them prior, and they're totally cool with it.
And they're chill. They know
Yeah, they
the
just
word's
don't
out.
want, because they don't want, other
Everybody
people sitting
cruising
inside.
through. Yeah.
But, I mentioned their name, Casino Car Wash. But yeah,
You get
they're
15-second
cool
plug.
guys. Yeah, they're cool.
Well,
So
maybe one episode you could find one of those like school benefit car washes.
yeah, that's
where
what
there's just
I
got,
want to do in the
hose.
summer. I need it to last
You need
that
to
long.
hit up as many as possible.
Yeah, where I want full bikinis, but that would be the dream. So what are your guys' plans for the next week? You're going to LA, right?
Going to LA in 3 weeks.
Oh
3
man.
weeks. So
You're churning out some books?
in the studio. Got some exchange helpers who are being very mindful and helpful in some very laborious tasks, such as trimming paper, scoring, folding, binding individual sheets of paper together, and also helping with other publications that are happening while we're also trying to finish this project.
So I guess just in less than a few words, what is Endless Editions and how long have you guys been?
www.endlesseditions.com.
That's it. And it all revolves around VHS sex, basically.
We just do too much to be so concise. We try to do everything. But I guess we started out as a publishing model
Yeah.
that branched out into events. We also do audio, which is mostly Anthony's brainchild. And then, we've released VHS videotapes.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, the breadth of the project, the scope is pretty much just to disseminate artists' work in new forms, new formats.
All right.
Yeah, and kind of starting with prints and books and kind of moving to, well, what else duplicates and what else kind of skirts the line between something that's just kind of like a commodity.
Oh, right.
That's just something. Yeah, I mean, especially with the tapes, it's you don't automatically see a tape and think, oh, this is like a addition to
or a
our
multiple.
Yeah.
But I guess it's project by project, really.
Artist by artist, group by group.
So essentially, the main model was you guys going out, starting your own books, and then afterwards you wanted to help other people publishing the books, and just as your own publisher.
The first 2 projects were actually other artists.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the sports periodical was just kind of to create an alternative to a mid-priced object. We've always been considerate of price.
Yeah.
And we've always been considerate of collectorship. So we're Anthony and I are really interested in how we can educate people on supporting the arts and collecting, and how collecting is part of that,
Yeah, definitely.
and how the artist book and the multiple are affordable ways to invest in artist futures. You know, especially when you can't afford a $20,000 painting, $5,000 painting, $1,000 painting, whatever it is. You can definitely find it within your budget to buy a hamburger priced.
Yeah,
You
which
know,
is
artist
crazy, you
book.
know? I always like say this shit because people go out and they'll spend $5 on a cup of coffee, but they'll never spend like $1 on an app, like 99 cents on an app,
Right.
or like $2 on an artist book when
They think it should be free.
exactly. And it's really, really crazy. But artist books are making this huge comeback, and
Totally.
especially with like printed matter moving into that amazing space, it's like, and you guys have a great collaboration with them. They love you guys.
They are big supporters of our project. We love printed matter.
They're
We're going to the
also
Printed Matter
sponsoring this
art book
show,
fair.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're also sponsoring this episode.
This episode. Thank you, Printed Matter. But in all honesty, I mean, we could keep talking about the books and stuff, but I want to know about the true, like, how you two met. I want the background, or even like what the next year has in store for both of you.
Well, the prediction is that, you know, someone comes out of the woodwork, some crazy Lee Harvey Oswald's type character, and, you know, on public TV we just get
Assassinates us.
assassinated. But
Just
you know,
assassinates both of you?
Yeah,
That would be incredible.
We're gonna get assassinated for
it's
sure.
really just like a PR stunt, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, we can always fake it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the CIA is already after us.
Maybe.
They're definitely gonna be after this goes on YouTube. No, we met at SUNY New Paltz.
Oh, okay.
So Anthony was getting his BFA, I was getting my master's. Prior to me getting my master's, I was like in upstate New York, worked for a labor union, and was like taking printmaking classes and like continuing my own like print practice in.
So what are your backgrounds essentially in your respected majors and concentrations?
well, I kind of came to printmaking through being like a literature student, and
Okay.
then kind of getting into like graphic lit, and then always kind of having actually the first art course I took in college was this like Sonic Arts thing in sculpture, and that actually kind of was the icebreaker for
But
me.
it wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was not Sonic the Hedgehog.
Kind of felt like it though.
Yeah, it was pretty Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, speaking of Sega Dreamcast, I had a Sega Dreamcast, and when I went away to college, my mom sold it in a garage sale
Oh,
for $10
shit. Damn.
with all of the games.
No,
And then
devastating.
literally the following week, all right, everyone's angry driving today. Literally the following week, my little sister sold my N64.
Ooh.
Luckily, all that's
Rusty.
left is the Super Nintendo that I had hidden in my closet, and I'm still playing that to this day.
Fantastic.
Did you have Shenmue? The
Of
game?
course I had
Yeah,
Shenmue.
that shit
Shenmue
was
for Dreamcast.
amazing.
But Dreamcast was like, you know, the first system of its kind to really use online gaming. So I had like all the good online games.
Phantasy Star.
Yep, every single one.
Phantasy Star is
Shenmue.
spelled with a PH
Yep.
for some reason.
But that soundtrack, I still have that soundtrack somewhere in this car.
Somewhere in
Yeah, because it came
Put
with
it
the-
on right
yeah.
now.
Or it's in my mom's car and it's like 6 CD changers. She's like, it relaxes me. But I don't think she knows it's from a video game.
I feel like that system kind of felt like the Apple computers of like gaming systems.
Yeah,
it
like-
was like all clean,
Like the
and,
Lucy.
Like, exactly. But yeah, so
Oh,
Sonic Measures.
Sonic Measures was the class, and that was sort of like the icebreaker into, you know, doing art more than lit. But I'm still lit.
All right, let's see how awkward
Stay
this
lit,
is.
AF.
Stay lit. These guys. What's up, man? I'm back. Yeah. You guys watch the episode yet? You gotta Google car wash conversations. We're doing another one right now.
How you been?
Alive and well.
Good.
No armor all, please. Just the.
No, I'm on just regular?
Yeah.
All right.
This is perfect timing though. It looks like you need a car wash.
No, I really do. Because I'm living in the woods now, so it's like
Salt.
they put salt everywhere because it's
That's
all hills
great,
and
though.
mountains. But by the time I drive home, the armor all is going to be off the car.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right now. Put your
All right.
answers on for
Yep,
me.
no worries.
There was who was that guy who was on the Knicks in the 90s, like Oakley something. Remember that guy?
Why?
Because there was a car wash I used to go to when I was a kid. It was called Oakley's Car Wash, and there was like a basketball. And I always wondered if it was like, I mean, it probably had nothing to do with that dude, but...
So, yeah, you gotta put the car in neutral, and the guy like yelled at me last time because I left on drive for a hot second. But, yeah, these guys are really relaxed, which is funny because, you know, if you saw the first episode, they were like, what do you mean you want to stay inside? And when I was in Los Angeles, they were like, what do you mean you want to film inside the car wash?
They probably never had that in Los Angeles. Well, one, the cars don't really get dirty.
No, but we gotta turn these on because the brown boys are up front, so it's hard to see in the darkness.
Yeah, it really
So,
is.
Car Wash Conversations, episode 2. So, essentially what we're gonna talk about in the car wash today is Endless Edition's kind of goal to really push the artist book, and they're one of the best people that are doing this right now, and I'm saying that not from your friend, but completely biased, and like...
Completely biased.
Yeah, I think you guys are really fucking killing it. But, essentially, I want to know, like... what are the real plans in the next year other than the assassination?
Well, it's funny because every year we do set like goals, and we have goals in these really loose terms about just artists we want to work with and projects we want to have.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, we always end up taking on more than what we can actually finish.
Yeah.
Like this month.
Like, just in general, like every month. And we've kind of come to the point where it's like we have pared down a pseudoscience of like how we could function.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year we're just like continuing to work on the projects that we started. You know, certain projects we've started since 2014 and we're just finishing. So
Alright.
It's like we like to stay innovative and have a lot of things going on at the same time, but at a certain point we just need to like close some doors and keep them shut.
I think what people need to don't realize is we're all doing this, you know, volunteer standpoints. Like, you guys have other work that you're doing on top of this, and this is not only a passion project, but it's also what you plan on using, you know, in the future to make a living. But it's as well as people don't understand that, oh, we're spending until 2 in the morning making these books.
Right.
Or I'm in the print shop until a certain amount of time just making screens for a Wednesday night.
Totally. I mean, yeah, prepping for print club, you know,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
the same thing. It's like
No one, yeah, they
all
don't
of the
realize.
behind the scene works is but it's meant, but I guess that's a, you know, and also we're like pseudo socialists, you know, probably left Marxists, whatever it is. So, you know, we understand in the division of labor and the value of that, and
Yeah, of course.
and also like kind of how this ideas of commodity fetishism have like suppressed the labor and like kind of glorifies the object rather than...
of course, which is crazy because you never realize, like, people never realize how much time it takes to silk screen or set up a silk screen, but they'll look at a t-shirt or look at your sweatshirt, for instance, and be like, oh, $20 for that? That's so expensive. It's like,
Too
no,
much.
you're separating the color, separating the screens, we're going in it.
Yeah,
Well,
bootlegging.
they're also comparing that to what they could get at, like,
Exactly.
you know, a big store, which is like outsourcing labor.
And that's what, you know,
Getting it from Taiwan or China.
artists have to be clever in that sense of pushing those boundaries and making it new.
And you know, I really think it's a really good thing that we're like not outsourcing more, because when you see a book that has been like printed in Taiwan or something like that, I mean, it's like, so it's cheap for the person who's buying it, but at someone else's kind of life's expense.
Right, like they're live.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's the same thing like when you go and buy Nike shoes, you know?
Right.
The same thing.
You never really know what the process of it. I think there's you ever see the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage?
Of course.
That opening scene of the making of the bullet until it's like, that's what I think about every time I see kind of a product, or even right now, we're in this like car wash. I mean, they didn't do that serious of a job this time, but
But still, I mean, look at all the people working here.
No, I
What
know.
about the things that, like the octopus thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. Well, they don't do that because this is all hands.
This
This
is
is
all
all
hands.
by
Which is
hands.
great. I mean, it's like
Because they're giving
employing a lot
jobs,
of people.
exactly.
Yeah, they're giving jobs, but also probably not
Like
paying
when I
them
rented
that much.
when I rented my car in LA, you had the option of sitting in the car wash there, but I'm not gonna have a conversation in a rental car conversation.
You could have a second series called Rental Car Conversations.
Rental car. Well, that's what I was hoping for, but we'll see. You guys wanted to get Wendy's after this, right? Because the Wendy's is right
I gotta
there.
get Wendy's.
I mean, I
after
think
this.
I think
that's
it's like a
part of
tradition now. You guys are gonna create the
You know,
condition.
maybe Wendy's will give you a sponsorship.
Yeah, we need a
too.
sponsorship from somebody.
Well,
McDonald's
we'll
will give
see.
you a
Who wants you
sponsorship.
up?
I mean, talking about ethics, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, you know. There's so many battles we can fight, but I guess we consider this an extension of our own artwork,
Yeah.
which is like a socially engaged in a sense that we really feel like we can make an impact with our skills.
Yeah.
But in other senses, it's kind of like I still have an iPhone.
No, definitely.
know?
I mean, that's, you know, there's a level of consumerism that we're never gonna deny, but on the other side of it, we're trying really hard to make things ourselves in
Totally.
this crazy capitalist world that people claim we live in.
Well, also, like, if you think about it, like, there are more opportunities to print books other places with whatever content you want. But
Yeah.
there was an instance where I wanted to make some pins, and because of the ethics of this company, they wouldn't make these pins. They were the thank you, fuck you pins.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't make them because of the.
So you had
because
to
of
make
the
them
language.
yourself. Yeah. Of course.
So in certain instances, like especially with this Ashley May book or this new David Kennedy Cutler book, like outsourcing that, nobody's gonna do that.
No, never.
Like no one would be insane enough to make these insane books that we put out. So it's also in another sense.
This guy wants to yell at me. What's up? Oh, you want to clean the inside? Oh, okay. Yeah, just the outside.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. I'm gonna go pay real quick.
That doesn't make sense to me at all.
Well, thank you boys for joining for Car
Brah,
Wash Conversations.
Thanks, buddy.
No
Thanks for-
worries.
Thanks, Wendy's.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Thanks, Casino Car Wash. Later, buddy.
Take care,
See you
guys.
soon.
I'll see you guys. I'll probably stop by in the studio in a bit.
Yeah, we'll be there.
All right, take care.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining for another episode of Car Wash Conversations. As always, it's a pleasure. Take care.